special. There is no reason why we can't wipe our dicks. None. For thousands of years, men have gotten away with this devil-may-care cockwaggle to get piss off of us. Who the fuck we think we are? That shit don't work. We spackle and trickle and get extra liquid in the tubing. And we wind up with a little circle of mistake. Just to show the world that we're truly just a feral beast. We could wipe our shit like our more civilized female counterparts. We just don't. Because we're men. And you can't make us. Shit. We build special man piss toilets in every public restroom. No toilet paper in sight. The hubris. 2 feet away, tossing golden arches like we got that shit under control. We don't got that shit under control. But we don't care. Because we're men. And we're taught when we're very young what it means to be men and this illusory idea of toughness, whatever the fuck that is. Even if our idea of strength is harmful or cataclysmically stupid. Like putting a wet wiener back in your shorts. We fuck up the whole world with that. I feel it. I do it a lot, and I'm doing it more because I'm getting old. There's changes happening to me. I'm operating constantly now under the fear that I've lost it. It being whatever comedy mojo it takes to do this 4 times a year in very low stakes, non-paying situations. But I think it happens quick. Like I sent my wife a video, and that's not weird. There's whole relationships. That's all that is now. Just shooting, zapping stupid shit across the room and watching until they react. Like, that's what sex is now. Gen Z does not penetrate. It's just this Demolition Man future where it's just my mom doing, my 60-year-old mother doing TikTok dance challenges. Very confusing. But the video I sent to my wife was my daughter with a filter on it, making it look like she's singing a Lady Gaga song or some shit. His mouth's moving, his paparazzi. I don't know. It doesn't matter. And she looked at me and like, sweetheart, that's what an old person would send you as a joke. She's like, no. I tried to defend myself. Like, no, I've seen a lot of these on the web. And I thought it would be funny if maybe we sent one to each other. Oh, shit. Am I on the other side? Because that's how quick it happens. One day you're writing like what you think is biting satire. And the next day you're my fucking grandpa. Who couldn't even get a dad joke right. He loved to make the cemetery joke. You guys know the cemetery joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's
My grandma used to say.
yeah, we'd drive past the cemetery and be like, little Don, little Don, little Don, little Don, little Don. How many dead people are in that cemetery? Anyone know?
All of them.
All of them. That's the answer.
I'm dying to get in there.
That's a different one. All of them. But he'd fuck it up. He'd be like, hey, little Don, little Don, hey, little Don, little Don, little Don, little Don, hey, hey. how many dead people are in that cemetery? I'm like, I don't know, Grandpa, how many? They all died. Which is kind of the same, but scary. It takes that innocent, fluffy joke and adds this malaise of I was the only person in my Vietnam platoon to survive. Hey, little Don, hey, little Don. How many people were in the 13th Infantry? They all died. Marky, De La Hoya, Big Jim, all dead. I'm not ready for my humor to be there yet. But I feel it. I feel the changes. It's little things. Like at my house right now, I got spare C and D batteries just in case. Why? Am I gonna buy a bunch of police flashlights? Because now that I say it, it kind of sounds practical. I might. You don't know what I did this last summer? I went to a sheep shearing. That's exactly what it sounds like. It's just people watching someone shave the wool off a sheep. My wife was like, I've always wanted to go to one of these. Why have you wanted that? Modernize thine dreams, ye wifey. But I was like, fuck it. You know, little towns, they have like little festivals around shit they do well. There's like popcorn festivals and honey festivals and little classic car things. So I was like, nope, it'll be like a little fair. I'll eat a funnel cake, it'll be fine. It's just a fucking sheep shearing. Just a barn / amphitheater. Fucking packed with people. And there's 2 ladies running the show. Decked out in full Handmaid's Tale regalia. Like the 17-layer robe, the wimple. And they're not like Amish or Mennonite. They're just at work. One of them's got a tattoo of dice on her hand. But whatever psycho decided this was a spectator sport thought we would enjoy it far more if these women were highly uncomfortable in the 92-degree heat. So the one lady is the hype lady. And she's getting us jazzed for the sheep shearing. She's out there like, did you know we only do this once a year? Did you know that this wool can be used to make sweaters, blankets? Well, not this wool. This wool's available in the gift shop, but wool in general. She's out there spitting Thunderstruck for the sheep shearing faithful. Just sheep fat. And we're eating it up. She's got us jazzed. And this other lady, she's like 5'1", but she starts dragging one of these out, and I don't know if you've seen a sheep up close, but they're fucking gross. Just a year's worth of shit caked in their fluff, and just giant balls. You cannot imagine how distractingly giant a sheep's balls are. They're like 14, 15 inches of just droopy God mistake. And she props this thing up and grabs it and just BOW! This fucking 1998 Undertaker choke slams that shit. And the sheep's just like all appendages straight out. And the hype lady's like you just gotta beat them into submission so they just lay there and take it. Which seems problematic, but there's like dozens of people in folding chairs like, yeah, that's what you gotta do. I don't know what world I'm in. That sounded rough. But like, She's like, but we don't use electric trimmers because we are an authentic 1900s recreation of sheep shearing. Apparently that was the hot era. So they've got hand clippers, but they're like fucking Menards hand clippers. They got a plastic handle and like stainless steel blades. Think that's where you give up on the showmanship here? If you were going to bring a sophisticated alloy into this, could you not let the ladies wear a tank top? It's very hot. But the lady who perfect plex the sheep into submission, she gets the trimming, and in 4 minutes, this motherfucker's naked. Naked and stinky, and the balls are all the more visible. I cannot stress enough. Like, y'all seen Spider-Man 3? You know when Venom's just like the liquid coming down from the ceiling? Just the goopy dollop, just sheep balls. And they drag him away, and then there's just a silence. And the shearing lady comes back out, and she goes, all right, ladies and gentlemen, next we're gonna do Samson! And she held the vowel like that. Like she was calling a soccer game in Peru. And everyone went fucking crazy! The whole crowd's like, ah! Like Rush is coming back out, the new Tom Sawyer. The guy next to me is like, get your mom! Get your mom, they're doing Samson! And my son, my 3-year-old son is like, that's 1, 2 sheep. Because he's 3 and he thinks that's fucking impressive. But then it happened. I was like, oh, buddy, you keep on counting sheep, you're gonna fall right asleep on me. That's it. My mojo. Any cleverness, confidence in comedy I have, they all die. But I have kids, so they can carry it on for me. That's what I need. I had my 3rd this past year. I mean, I love her to death, but I mean, a pregnancy, like after the first pregnancy, everything is very anticlimactic. The amount of magic is just dissipated by like 30% at least. So we walked into the delivery room with veteran swagger. We knew what was coming. And that was good because she was able to set a lot of boundaries on things that had bothered her previously. And I was able to say that I was not, again, planning to participate in something called skin to skin. Boo. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Yeah? Did you boo me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, here's skin to skin, for anyone that doesn't know. In the moments after your child is born, there's nothing permeating this room but joy and bloody, chunky fluids. A nurse will turn to you and go, take your fucking shirt off! Like the beta cuck little puss you are. And you know what? You do it. You fucking do it. And you cry a little. Because you're vulnerable and chilly. Your love handles sticking out over your jeans. There's a mushy black stuff in your belly button that you plan to excavate in private later. And your nipple hair is just everywhere. You're just stiff and spangly, like the arms of the Vitruvian Man on a medical journal somewhere. And the nurse walks up and she blunts out a cigarette on your shoulder just to show that you're her sissy little bitch. And she drops your kid right in your fucking cookie doughy kinetic sand torso. Take a pic. picture. And that's bonding, they say. That's bonding. 15 minutes of my child publicly titty fucking me. Bonding. It's the cornerstone of our whole relationship. Luckily, I'm done. No more. 41 years old. Hold on, that hurt. 41 years old. It's time to stop making people. I'm already going to be in late stage dementia by the time my daughter graduates high school. Fucking showing up in an open-throated Pokemon Snorlax button-up. Capri Sun. Writing checks to the wrong kid. You know, you've always been daddy's girl. No more people. So I had a vasectomy. You guys will recognize that as the operation not covered by your PPO. Which, come on. PPO. If any operation's going to be covered by a PPO, ought it not be a PP operation? Hey. But I went in there, and this beautiful nurse takes me to the back, and she's like, look, the blanket's already on the bed. Just undress from the waist down and get set up on the bed. Roger. And I did it. I won't say that I did it well. I thought the blanket's already on the bed meant that's where it goes. It's a buffer between your bare ass and the mattress. But far worse. At the end of this urologist's bed are two big black stirrups. I'd like to take a moment and re-emphasize, I've never done this before. I thought all the tools were there for the using. Now, some fellas may not be familiar with these stirrups. I get the feeling most of the ladies are acquainted. So this nurse comes back in, expected to see an adult, lying flat on the bed, with a blanket over top of it. She done come into something different. She walks in, this seasoned medical professional walks in, and it's like she hit an invisible wall. She just, motherfucker! I'm very vulnerable here. I'm aggressively nude, like violently so. My cold room little penis is just pointing, accusing me. Like a troll finger. And my butthole's just out. Nobody sees my butthole. It's out. Just like Lon Chaney's Wolfman baying at the autumn moon. She corrects me and leaves the room quickly. But before the door even closes, I hear her go, "This fucking guy uses stirrups!" So I'm ready to meet my physician. So far, so good. He comes in and he shoots about 6 shots into my balls. And after every shot, I swear to God, he goes, "Perfect." Perfect. Just that's the whole operation, just dead silence, and then this sardonic radio voice going, "Perfect." This lip smacking and fucking Xanax smooth, just perfect. And I got a lot of shit from people for getting the vasectomy. I didn't expect to. Like, a lot of dudes that I mean, and they're all the same kind of dudes. I mean, it's all the dudes that would never consider wiping their penis after they pee. They're all like, I would never just know what cutting my balls and then fucking masculine. Which makes me remember I have to raise my sons to not be that. Because it takes a very cursory look at the female alternative to this to know that this is a very logical operation to happen. But if you happen to be one of those dudes who's, doesn't want more kids but also doesn't want to do shit about it, let me extend an olive branch to you, you dick. A bit of information, a bonus, if you will. You see, before the cutting starts, before anything begins, a man with a PhD will shave your balls. A medical doctor who went to school for 8 years, who crammed for exams, who called his dad on the weekend like, I can't fucking do it anymore. And he's like, no, bullshit. My father and my father before me. And then he got it done. He applied to teaching hospitals. He's in the high six-figure range now. But for you, he is your scrotal servant. He is moving your floppy dick around to get all the angles, or your hard dick. You're allowed to get hard. They have to keep going. You signed nothing. Nothing. But he's acting around it. That man, that important physician, is scraping hair off of your testicles. And that is magic. That is power. That is something that is just intoxicating. It is, and I do not say this lightly, perfect. Thank you very much.